Hello and welcome to Invisible Armor Tarot. I am so excited that you found your way here. I'm also excited that this channel exists. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time, and then finally one day I just woke up and said, you know what? This is the day. It's time. The focus of this channel is to use tarot as a way to help you gain clarity and focus and insight. I don't look at tarot as some kind of mystical woo-woo out there kind of thing. I really do believe that the guides that lead us to pull whatever cards we pull are guiding us to those specific cards because they have messages that are going to help you take the energy and figure out how to practically apply it in your life. So I'm very excited that you're here with me. We're going to start with a little shuffling here. And by the way, this is the Voyager Tarot. I've been reading this deck since the mid-1980s. The very first time I saw it, I became completely obsessed with it. I have resonated to it strongly for over 40 years now. And even though I read other decks sometimes, this is the one that I keep coming back to. So what we're doing right now is setting the intention for this channel. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this reading, whatever is coming up is meant for you right now. So we're going to fan the cards out, and the first card that I'm going to ask is, what is the core energy of this channel for all of us who are drawn to be here? This card wants to come out. There we go. This is the Surfer, the Man of Cups. What's really interesting about the Voyager Tarot, if you know traditional medieval kind of tarot decks, is the royal court cards in this deck are replaced by family cards. And the Man of Cups is roughly equivalent to a combination of both sort of the Knight or the Page and the King cards. So it's a fusion of different kinds of energies from the traditional tarot. But in this case, this is the emotional card. This is the card about surfing on your emotions. So you ride on the top of the emotions. You don't let the emotions pull you down. Well, you know, I surf sometimes, and yeah, you do get pulled down by your emotions because we often wipe out when we're surfing. And sometimes we wipe out in our emotional worlds too. But the energy of this card and the core energy of this channel is saying, this is a place for you to come to really get in touch with the flow of your emotional energy. How can you take all the things that you are feeling right now and use them in a way to propel you forward? You know, I kind of think the Surfer card is kind of cool because it also has these flowers, like all the Cups cards have flowers on them in this deck. But I love those purple flowers and that beautiful white flower blooming out of that, that cup, that Thracian cup in the middle of the card. Is all about the just joy and exuberance that comes when you just allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. And even if it's challenging, let it be, feel it, and then learn from it. So I feel like this channel is potentially, for you and for all of us here, a way to get back in touch with our true emotional flow and to keep moving forward. So we're going to move this card out of the way momentarily. I'm going to choose a second card now. This card is the one that I'm asking for, well, there it is, asking for guidance about how do we practically apply the energy of the Surfer. And I'm going to put the Surfer right there so you can still see it. Now this may seem like a challenging card. This is the Six of Cups, Sorrow. Six is an aspect of the lover's energy, and it's all about pouring out your emotions, feeling what you're feeling. But you'll notice in this card, the beautiful imagery is that as those purple flowers, those emotions that perhaps were stagnant, are being poured out, there's a light inside that vessel. So by expressing your emotions, you're allowing the light to then illuminate you from within. So I think it's very interesting that this channel energy is saying that it's all about emotions right now. And you know what? I think right now I'm reading this, making this reading in early November of 2025. And if you are paying any attention to the world right now, it feels like we're on fire and the world is going down in flames and everyone is all over the place emotionally. So I feel like this is a perfect time for this channel, because if indeed the energy of this channel is all about emotions, then here we are. And if you happen to see this later, and maybe things are better in the world, it's still going to be relevant, because I feel like what this deck is telling me today is that the energy of Invisible Armor Tarot is going to be an energy of emotional healing for all of us. So we have the Man of Cups as the core of the reading here, the Surfer. The practical way to apply the energy that you hear and see on this channel is to just let yourself feel what you're feeling. Sorrow doesn't have to be a bad energy. I think it's more thematic about just letting your emotions flow and moving through them. So I'm going to move both of these cards temporarily out of the way, and I'm going to pull a final card. And this final card is, what can we expect from this channel moving forward? Well, okay, there we go. So we're going to put these two on either side, and we're going to turn this one over. All right, the Four of Wands, aspiration. Wands are the cards of spiritual energy. Aspiration is an aspect of the Emperor energy. It's all about upward reaching. Now, you notice what's really interesting is, even though the Surfer is a male energy, it's a Man of Cups, it's really more androgynous, and honestly, that's a very feminine energied card. It's got the cool tones. It's all about flowing. The Sorrow card, same thing. It's more of a feminine energied card, and it's all about flowing. What we see in the middle here, what we can expect moving forward on this channel, is a more masculine energy. I'm not talking about gender, so don't get all gendery on me. Masculine energy is simply the energy of action and movement, whereas feminine energy is more receptive. So in this case, the Four of Wands is all about pushing upwards, pushing through things. All of these images in this card are all about reaching upward and piercing through something. The fours are all foundational cards in many ways, because they're an aspect of the Emperor, who is grounded, and the builder. It's all about like being firm so that you can then move forward. And you notice that the energy in this card is much more fire focused in its color. This is a really interesting card about this channel, I think, because what it's telling us is that when we get in touch with our emotions and allow them to move out, what we're going to see is an upward motion, and the ability to apply these principles that you hear in this, on this channel and in these readings, apply them practically and move forward with them and move upward. And there's a sense of aspiration in this card. It's called aspiration, but aspire means to breathe upwards, to breathe outwards. So it's basically letting your spirit move in an active way outwards. I'm going to take these three cards off, and I've been told just now to pull one final card that's kind of the wrap up of this reading. And I am actually going to, well, there's two. So, you know, sometimes the cards just tell you what they want you to know. Here we go. What we see here, very interesting. We were just talking about the Emperor energy. This is Aries astrologically, but then we also got the Devil's Play card. Traditional tarot, this is the Devil. This is the Capricorn energy. Both of these are Earth energy. So what we're seeing here is the final message is build, use that aspiration to build and be creative and foundational, but also have fun. The Devil's Play is not necessarily a bad card. The Devil's Play is all about exuberance, and you'll notice like this image is like a psychedelic mushroom. I'm not saying go out and have psychedelic mushrooms. Don't get all, you know, on me in the comments. There's energy of Bacchus in the middle, who was the god of wine. You know, there's obviously a goat because it's Capricorn, but the whole energy of the Devil's Play card is kind of like reckless abandon. So we don't want to be reckless, but we do want to pay attention to balancing out the hard work and working really hard to make things happen in our life and having a little fun along the way. And I think that the message here for all of us in Invisible Armor Tarot, and I'm going to cut the deck one last time, is have fun. Use these messages to move forward in your life in a practical way, but have fun while you're doing it. And look, there's the Rejoicer, the Woman of Cups. She's just having a good time. You know what? I really hope that you keep coming back to this channel and that you can join me in getting messages, getting clarity, maybe even challenging some things or getting some challenging messages, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. I think it's important for us to just really dive into the energy of good feelings. So before we end today, please do all the YouTube-y things, like, subscribe. And I would love to hear comments from you about how you related to this reading and also how you like this deck. I love, love, love this Voyager deck. And I just can't even imagine going back to a more traditional deck again because there's so much depth here. I mean, just look how beautiful these cards are. So thank you so much for being here. I feel so blessed that I am able to reach out to the larger world with these messages. And even though I still enjoy one-on-one readings, I really love the idea that through YouTube, I'm going to be able to reach more people and get more people interested in exploring the inner landscape of their own mind to really get in touch with themselves. One of the things that I will leave you with is the idea that in order for us to ever be present for anyone else in our life, we must take care of ourselves first. We have to nurture ourselves. We have to get into this rejoicer energy. And then when we are full, when our emotional cup is full, we can be present for others at that point. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am thrilled to have you here at Invisible Armor Tarot, and I hope that you will come back soon. Thank you so much, and namaste.